What's going on, nation? I'm Scott from MuscularStrength.com, and I want to talk about a topic today that affects a lot of men in the fitness industry, and that's man boobs. This is that extra fat on your chest that makes your chest look droopy, even though you're not particularly overweight. It may even have a good amount of muscle mass. In fact, in my experience, man boobs is one of those things that makes men feel the most self-conscious, both inside and outside of the gym. But what's the solution? Do you need surgery? Are there specific chest exercises that melt the fat away and tighten up the area? Well, man boobs, also known as gynecomastia or gyno, from the Greek words gyneko, which means woman, and mastia, which means breast, is a predicament that many young guys are faced with every day, and to understand how to fix it requires that you understand what caused it originally, or better yet, what's still causing it now. So what is it exactly? Well, gynecomastia simply means that regardless of your muscle mass and body fat percentage, you still hold on to a lot of fat surrounding your chest area. More often than not, this extra layer of chest fat is also accompanied by a lot of extra belly fat, which actually ties in nicely to my skinny fat video I recently posted, so make sure you check that out after this one. In this video, however, I want to provide you with the information that you'll be able to take, apply, and fix your current issue. To begin with, what you have to understand is that chest fat is not all that different from any other fat. But the problem with fat loss and fat gain is that you don't get to decide when or where to store or burn extra fat. What actually happens is that your body decides where to store extra fat when there's an excess of calories in your meal plan, and it also decides where extra fat comes off when you're dieting down. That's why you might be able to gain loads of fat in certain areas, but when trying to lose it, you can't spot reduce by targeting that area only. However, the general rule of thumb is that fat will leave first from areas of your body that it was stored last. Similarly, fat that was originally stored when you were still pretty lean will be the last fat to come off even after extreme dieting. That's why most people experience stubborn fat around their stomach, lower back, or legs. Those are most likely the first areas that fat was stored in the body. So, if you're currently afflicted with man boobs, you may just have to lose more fat and it'll eventually come off from your chest as well. Having said that, our current theory of fat gain and fat loss is not as simple as calories in versus calories out. We know that hormones play a gigantic role in many functions of the body, including fat storage and fat burning. In fact, the excess or inadequacy of specific hormones can have all kinds of consequences on where and when you store or burn fat, as well as how much. To be honest, this is exactly why I'm not an advocate of if it fits your macros. It's not just calories in versus calories out, guys. In fact, it even goes far beyond macronutrient amounts and ratios. Micronutrients, too, have a massive impact on our health and more specifically on our hormones. So yeah, with a high enough calorie deficit, people can lose weight while being on an unhealthy diet like fried chicken and Big Macs every day. However, to be fair, you can also lose weight if you smoke cigarettes, if you're an alcoholic, or if you smoke crack. The point I'm trying to make is that there are many roads to weight loss. But which would you rather be on? A healthy, lean guy with a clean bill of health, or a leanish guy who's at a major risk of heart attack, diabetes, or even death because you eat in a calorie deficit, but all the food is processed junk? Losing fat doesn't mean eating less, guys. It comes down to portion control with healthy foods, as these are the foods that contain the macronutrients, vitamins, and minerals your body needs to be at its best. And if you don't know what healthy foods are, check out this article in my pinned comment below called The Healthy Shopping List for Life. But why all this talk about nutrition? Well, guys, it's nutrition that caused your man boob problem in the first place and what's still causing it. However, the good news is that you don't have to be a nutritionist, and you certainly don't need to have a good grasp of hormones to fix the issue at hand. This is because the root of the issue is actually a hybrid of eating too much in general and eating too much saturated fat at the same time, because saturated fat can wreak havoc on your hormonal profile. It doesn't affect everyone the same, but clearly it's affecting you. So the simple way out of your man boobs problem is just to clean up your diet, guys. The second part of the equation is your overall calories. If you're not on a slight caloric deficit of 250 to 500 calories a day, how can you expect to lose weight? So as far as your nutrition is concerned, eat in a calorie deficit, and until you get on a regimen of only healthy choices, stay away from if it fits your macros. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, get in your micronutrients, improve your health and your hormones, and I can guarantee you that your man boob days will be behind you sooner than you think. But there are 4 more quick things that need to be said before we wrap this video up, and if you've been enjoying the video so far, be sure to smash that like button, and if you want to make sure you never miss a new video from me, guys, click subscribe and turn on video notifications by clicking that bell. Number 1, you should definitely get your testosterone levels tested if your gynecomastia persists even after you clean up your diet. It is possible that you have a more severe hormonal problem that goes well beyond nutrition, in which case you need to see a doctor. If your testosterone levels are severely low and your estrogen levels are very high, it could be that your man boob problem stems from this hormonal imbalance. Number 2, what about chest exercises with weights? I know you guys are going to ask this. Can they help eliminate your gynecomastia? Well, as we talked about before, you cannot spot reduced fat. You do not get to decide where the fat comes off, and it certainly doesn't happen because you're lifting weights. Also, fat doesn't magically turn into muscle even if you're training an area frequently enough. However, with frequent chest training utilizing heavy weights and compound movements, it is possible to increase circulation of blood in those fat tissues around your chest, which could potentially trigger more fat loss in the area. In fact, I'm going to link you to my chest routine for skinny guys and hard gainers, which is a routine you can do 2 to 3 times a week to build more muscle in your chest. So make sure you check it out. Number 3, should you get surgery? Well, if you have a severe case of gyno, it might be worth it to get the surgery, guys. However, note that going under the knife will only eliminate the symptoms of your issue. The root cause of your issue could still be undertraining, hormonal imbalances, or bad nutrition. So definitely make sure that you're not repeating the same mistakes after you get the surgery. And number 4, a hormonal disruption can also be a symptom of environmental causes. There are certain pollutants such as arsenic, mercury, and oil that could be going into your system unnoticed, perhaps through your nutrition and lifestyle, and messing with your hormones. This, however, is just another reason why you should clean up your diet and your lifestyle in general. Adopting a healthy meal plan and exercising properly could very well limit your exposure to these hormonal disrupting pollutants and help you get on the right track with your physical goals. So if you guys need help with your meal plan, check out my custom meal plan app on my website, muscularstrength.com. It will help you plan your macros, vitamins, and minerals no matter what your goal is or what your food limitations are. And it's super easy to use. And as always, guys, more good stuff coming soon. See ya.